Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to G for G, Games for Gamers. Today we're taking a look at an offensive team that I've been trying out and have been having some decent success with over here. I've kind of hit a little bit of a brick wall with the Havok Pepsi team, simply because I feel like getting retaliated on a lot and kind of running into teams that the burst of Pepsi just isn't really cutting it. Plus, you are sitting there looking at a turn wasted on Havok if he does his plasma wave. And, Pepsi burns himself out after his 21 gun salute after the overcharge. And it kind of would have been crippling my strategy to find a way of giving him stamina back. And I don't have the ISO for Havok yet. I admit it was a little bit of a shortcoming on my part. I was farming the hell out of that mission anyway and kind of just stopped doing the heroic because I was doing it so much, and I should have gotten it. It would have been extremely handy. But so I decided recently to switch up my offensive team, try it out. My defenders, they're still holding pretty good. They were my defenders last season. They still are now. But my attacking team, I went with Tactical X-Force Psylocke, and I went with Scrapper X-Force Angel. The reason why I did this is I kind of felt like I really wanted a Scrapper on my team to make short work of quicklock teams. And a lot of the Psylockes are still infiltrators. So I really felt I wanted a Scrapper. I wasn't running into too many bruisers. And I just kind of wanted to do something about a lot of the counterattacks. So I went ahead and got Psylocke running over here. She's 13, so she has an E ISO despite having an alt suit. She's snappy service, and I've got Vorpal augmented on her level 1. In terms of her normal ISOs, I followed the PKB formula for it and went with powerfuls, steadies, a proficient, and the skillfuls. So there you can see, stamina we don't really care about. Health is not too bad. Attack is pretty nice, and accuracy and evasion are really good. And I did the PKB solution again, or the chart, I guess you could say, for Angel. Now he is only 11, so he's a few short. He still doesn't have an ISO, but he does have an A ISO, and that's really what counts. So his accuracy is falling a little short, but his attack and his evasion are really solid. And between reality hacking and the techno-organic wings, he does evade a lot. So here we have powerfuls, steadies, mercurials, a proficient, and a skillful. So once, of course, he gets trained and unlocks a few more, that accuracy will top out. And of course, I have the virulent augmented ISO 8 over here. The one that says pestilence hits the entire team. Now there's something I really don't understand. They nerfed Beast, and they said, you know what, your nanoplague only has X amount of percentage to fire off. I think it was 60. But Angel was untouched. Neither one of them have a cooldown. And now you have an ISO that spreads it to the entire team, which we haven't seen since a fully buffed X-Obliv. I don't understand why. Why did Beast have to take the hit, but Angel was left alone? I mean, they have the exact same thing. The only difference is Beast gives a generalized and a nano plague, and Angel, for his move over here, he gives a nano plague, and that's about it. The only difference is Pesty, if he counters or follows up, it's his level 1. So he has that additional chance to apply it, and Angel doesn't use it as his follow-up or his counter. I don't understand the logic behind it. If you want to nerf Nanoplague, nerf it across the board. Why is Pestilence Beast just taking the hit? But so for my agent, I have the Staff of Asklepios, I have the Neuropurge, I have the Mystic to prevent debuffs in the first round, and shut down enemy cubes, and of course I have the cube. Now I hadn't been running the Mystic this season, but I added it in here. So what style, what am I going for over here? Well, in round 1, if the Mystic is not up, that's kind of a key because it changes. If the Mystic is not up, I lead with the neuropurge, which gets rid of counterattack, so that protects my 2 tacticians. It has a chance at despair, a chance at removing buffs, but that I don't care about the removing buffs because that's going to come from the Blackest Void. And it's going to do pressure points, and it's going to do a migraine. So this is a nice opening lead. And then I go to the Blackest Void. That is, if there is no Mystic. If there's a Mystic, then the neuropurge is wasted on the first round. I just lead with the Blackest Void. In round 2, Staff of Greekios gets used as a quick action and then is immediately followed up by Light Fantastic. So it's a really buffy, healthy heal going on over there. And then, of course, I still have it up if I take damage. And then I proc the Tactical Suit and maybe hit somebody with a Mystic. It all depends upon the situation. So let's take these guys out and show you what they're capable of. It makes some pretty good use of the mental coordination, and I finished a battle just a little while ago where I'd used mental coordination and Psylocke went, and the projected damage that she was going to do was off the charts, and sure enough it was great. So alright, here we are facing a Quicklock team, and let's see if she's tactical. So I don't have any strengths against this team, and they don't have any strengths against me. So the enemy goes with tag team from the Quicksilver, and focuses on Angel, who fails to dodge any of that. So let's see if we have a Mystic. We do not have a Mystic up. That's really good. So we're going to lead with the neuropurge. And that is not a subtle or stealthy item. That's why you can take counters. So that goes. And now this gadget does apply some similar things to Blackest Void, but it does do a few other things, and of course it weakens them. And there we go. So now they're disoriented, and mental coordination is unfortunately back up. Alright, so what I'm going to do here, just to make sure that I want my Angel to live a little bit, and because she's running Snappy Service, I'm going to apply the mental coordination. I think I'll shield Angel. It's either Angel or my agent. Either one of them has certainly got a good chance of getting the shield here. And I will try, since I'm stealthy, let's see. Let's go ahead and go for Quicksilver. No crits. Now he has weak mind. Oh, Voodoo Staff on the agent, who hits mine, and not getting a lot of good luck over here with my reality hacking. So here goes Nano Plague. So now buffs aren't going to affect this team again. So he's not going to gain quickness. Alright, shield saved Angel there. That's pretty good. Still a lot of the shield left. Okay, so now we are in good shape. The staff is going to get used as a quick action. And I'm going to follow it up with the Light Fantastic. So now the next attack will heal my team, and I'm going to get a big heal going out there. And I'm going to stay put for now. Could have used my Tactical Suit and gone for the agent. And I'm going to work on Quicksilver a little bit more, because the shield isn't going to affect him thanks to the Nano Plague and a mental coordination, which unfortunately he dodges. Alright, that's not the biggest problem for me right now, simply because I can just apply the Pestilence again and avoid the single target. He's stealthy, so I don't really have to worry about much, and hopefully Nano Plague will not kill Quicksilver. Alright, so a fairly weak set of attacks from him, and some reality hacking finally is kicked in. So now we're going to go ahead and do the improbability field. And now this is going to be a little bit risky. I could attempt to mystic the agent to make sure he doesn't go further with his cube. I could attempt to mystic Quicksilver just to put him down. But I'm going to go ahead and attempt to hit the enemy agent and hope I don't hit one of my own team. Not that they're really going to take effect from Bane or obsolete tech, but it's worth the risk. And we go and we hit the enemy agent for a nice big hit. So that was a risk that paid off. Their Psylocke is getting a little weak over here from the debuffs. She puts mental coordination, which is now a waste. So I'm going to put up mental coordination. However, I am not going to attack with Psylocke. Well, does she ever disoriented? Yes, she's still disoriented. So I'm not going to attempt this and hit any one of my team, so I'm just going to rest, play it a little safe. I've got a good solid lead. Alright, the debuffs are gone from Angel, so I'm going to go Fatal Blow Quicksilver. The agent died, so he gains his little passive, and big hit that would have killed him anyway. So now that's the benefit of this team over here. Psylocke makes these two stealthy, so everything these guys do is stealthy, including the AoE Nano Plague, which is great. And X-Force Angel says every level 4 that other X-Force members do is Fatal Blow. So that means Psychic Knives from her will gain Fatal Blow, which is you know, that's pretty solid. Psychic Knives is got some decent punch to it. So I'm going to lead with the Neuropurge, make sure those debuffs are rolling. And I'm going to proc my Tactician suit. Take a look at removing her buffs just in case she has any. Not that she's going to disorient anybody. And I'm going to go for the Atom Smasher kill. And huge 51k overkill. So there's an X-Force related team for you. Let's run a comparison since this is kind of important. I beat somebody higher than me, and let's run a compare to see if I legitimately should have. So, I had a higher offense, and he had a higher defense. My health was less, my attack was considerably less, my defense was reasonably left, the accuracy is about the same, I had better evasion, and he has far better generalize. So, on paper, this is somebody who should have beat me. I mean, this attack right here, that spells doom alone. I mean, this could have been a really powerful mental coordination team. I mean, if that buff was out and that Psylocke was hitting me, I would have been taking some serious damage. You see a lot of purples over here for 14, a lot of 11s at the blue, and you see a lot of like gold and copper and bronze over here. So this is a team that really could have beaten me had all things been equal. So let's take a look at the armory. And so he's got a lot of the anti-serum bombs over here, a couple of the freebies that you're getting, a good body scan monitor there, balanced. So this guy is pretty balanced. Now he's got some lower balance over here and a defensive item. So, you know, there's a comparison there. I kind of feel that that's important, and I've been leaving it out of my videos, but it helps to know what I'm winning against so that you get a good comparison. So I'm 249, he was 252, and that's somebody who I would have gotten some points off of had I not done it in practice. But this team can only get better as Angel levels, and maybe a few A ISOs for Psylocke. So there you go. There's X-Force Psylocke and X-Force Angel. She's tactical. He's scrapper. Don't really know of a name for this team yet. ArchLocke? Maybe ArchLocke. And for the gear, my agent's gone a little bit more supporty over here. For Pepsi, he was part of the offense. He was doing things like contributing energy damage and everything. Over here, he's just really support. He's just keeping the team healthy for them to do their stuff. He's removing counters, and I'm getting a nice bonus from Staff of Asklepios and the Light Fantastic over here. And it's really all about keeping my agents just doing like the debuff work and the support work, and these guys are doing the offense, and maybe he gets some punches in for mental coordination. Sadly, that last battle did not really feature too many mental coordinations, and Pain from Angel is probably not the best level 1 out there that we can jump in on, but it's not bad. And if I do see an infiltrator, I like to lead with his level 6 and then go ahead, and it will automatically of course follow up with the level 1. So I go for the Famine and the War. So this team is really got it going on over here. We have extra attacks, we have counterattack removal, we have a weakening, we have the cube doing its thing, we have an obsolete tech, we have a debuff shutdown, and we have fatal blow, and we have a despair, so we can shut down healing and we can shut down rezzers. I lost to an Eco Sabretooth team earlier with my Pepsi group that I really shouldn't have, but it's the rezzes that did it. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed this team, and maybe it'll spark an idea for you guys. And take care, everybody. See you again here on G4G, Games for Gamers.